And we're live, I think. Let me know in the chat if you can see me, if you can hear me, and any technical problems. Welcome once again to Self-Care Sunday, the only time of the month where we stream Self-Care Sunday. I don't know. Welcome. It is just a privilege, a pleasure, a joy to be with you once again, everybody. I see the chat is popping off. Holy Lord. Let's see here. We got a spaghetti bridge being glued together as we speak. Hello, demonic Kit Kats. Art blocked AF. Kooky. Cough drops with a Z. Gray Kilgore. Link. Kane. Miso D. So many friends. S. Writing. Welcome, everybody. It's a joy to have you right here, right now, for a little bit of hanging out. We're going to jam a little bit. I got some updates. I have a new thing I want to try out. There will be no puppets today. That crafty little puppet always stealing the stream. And let's see, what else have we got? I don't know. Let's get into it, see where we end up. First, I just wanted to, also one more, just hello everybody who is not able to make this live, who's watching this after the fact. You are just as welcome here as anybody else. Drop us a comment, let us know where you're coming in from, and what you are doing that is bringing you joy or bringing joy into the world of those you love. And obviously, if there's anything you're dealing with and want to air or, chat about, it is also welcome. There is sort of anything goes here. So what did I want to say? I wanted to say thank you to everybody who both supported the Unseen Audio Fiction Project, but also all of you that then tuned in for this insanity, funded as a result. One of the bonuses that we promised for the Unseen audio fiction project was these series of crazy streams in character as Wolf 359 characters. After we hit 30,000, it was like 30,000 to 40,000 bucks for the Unseen audio fiction program. I promised to do Self-Care Sunday in character as Dr. Hilbert and Doug Eiffel, who comes in later on. So this was just a mad time. It is live on my YouTube channel. Planning to keep it there for at least the next month or so. At some point, I may archive them. We'll see. But for the meanwhile, you can count on it being there. And you can check that out, as well as Lambert Week, where I did a week's worth of streams in character as Lambert. Oh, wow. Was that? Yeah, there we go. It was just an insane time. It was a lot of fun. Did crazy things. Watched the live stream, the live show. Played video games. I think there may be a non-zero amount of ASMR and mukbang. I will leave that for your discretion and your discovery. It was frickin' insane. But it was so much fun, and I'm just glad that people seem to enjoy it, and I don't know, gave me some ideas. Maybe I'll get into some video game streaming or something. I don't know. I'm not much of a video gamer, but it's fun to do it with friends. Let's see here. I see. Oh, yes. I wanted to talk briefly about the Share the Magic campaign. If you're not a listener of No Bad Ideas, or haven't listened to the latest episode of Unseen, which if you haven't, check it out, unseen.show. It's a magic show made by Gabrielle, Sarah, and myself, the folks behind Wolf 359, bring you a magical universe, and it's a lovely time. But we're doing a Share the Magic campaign where you can grab yourself a little link and share your favorite episode, and whoever is among the top 3 refers or sharers So whoever shares this and folks come and listen and subscribe and all that, the top 3 will be receiving some exclusive merch from us, which we'll announce on the April Fool's special coming out in April. So this is active, live, chance to win exclusive merch and share the magic, because we made the show to bring magic to a world that we felt could sorely use some. And I think we got our job done, and we're just delighted to, to make it happen. And so now there's an opportunity to share that around and spread the word, all of that beautiful stuff. Get yourself some exclusive merch. Share.unseen.show is the link. That's share.unseen.show and just unseen.show or www.unseen.show for the show itself. Share the magic. While we're in the screen share, I thought that I would share with you some things that have been inspiring me, things that have been bringing me joy in this strange time. There was a joke on Twitter where I had accidentally been titling these streams as 2020, and I was asked, is this intentional? Are we stuck in 2020? And maybe that was a bit of a slip, because frankly, this feels a little bit like the 2020 sequel, 2021. I think there was a lot of hope that it would feel very, very different, and we're still sort of in varying states of dealing with the pandemic. But even in the darkest times, there is a light. And I found that light in a very bizarre place last night, having myself a howl of laughter and the ugliest of cries with Jojo Rabbit. It is just a hysterical and heart-rending film by Taika Waititi. And I cannot recommend it highly enough. I can't believe it took me this long to see it. I completely understand why everybody that recommended it to me did, because it was everything that I would ever want out of a movie. Sam Rockwell is hysterical. I haven't sobbed this openly at a film and felt this broken and put together all at the same time. So I just wanted to share that. There's also a song at the end called Everybody's Gotta Live that may be my favorite song. I wanted to learn it and play it today, but I'm not enough of a musician to learn a song that quickly. So maybe stay tuned for that. I see Shios Might just dropping by to say hi. Hello. Have a good day. Yes, that is Jojo Rabbit. The thing of the week. I guess maybe we'll do that from now on. Just share something from the week. But this was the second thing that I've found in the last month that I just have become obsessed with. The first one is something I shared on Twitter last week to very little fanfare because it's very obscure. If you've never heard of Phil Hendrie, he is my new hero. This is a man who's been in broadcasting for years and years, and he's famous for doing something that I wish I had known about. I'm going to put the volume on. You should be able to hear me talk over it. But you'll hear the first one was he basically plays a full cast of a radio station.
There was another one I think was unnamed, or at least he's still putting a title to it. And now this new one. And Chris Norton joins us on
He's got like over 25 original characters.
Chris, you are still pretty hard
and then he
work
also
there,
does the call-ins,
doing your post-production
with this crazy setup.
We're right now is doing our post-production, but we broke for dinner, so we're having
He absolutely blows me away.
Just some Mexican, sent out some Mexican food, and we're having some chilela.
And he's got this technique.
What is chilela?
Where he works around the mic and does other voices on the side so it sounds acoustically different, and then, comes back in front of the mic and then goes in front of the phone. So anyway, this guy has inspired the bejesus out of me to the point that I went on Ye Olde eBay and found myself an old phone and did this thing called circuit bending, which basically achieves a poor man's version of what he's got going on with that phone box. Um, yes. Oh, I see. Liv A has a great idea. Just to piggybacking on the what's a movie that's made you leak from the face? They are recommending Terabithia. But anyway, so just coming back to the Phil Hendry show, I've been inspired. I have been basically just like hacking together my own Phil Hendry rig in the process. I resisted spending money I don't have for mics I don't need, which is to say the electro voice that he's using has been something that's been on my mind for a while. But the SM7B is a phenomenal mic, and that's all I need. I just needed one of these to practically do the phone effect.
The idea is that you can hit a little pedal
and just jump back and forth.
so that you have a call in. Hello.
And you need to be able to mute the mic, so it's this whole thing. So anyway, so I think there may come a time where this is like something that I do. In the meantime, it's something that I want to do today. So I thought we would have ourselves the first ever Zach FM radio broadcast. Yeah. I don't have any intro music or anything, but I figured we would just do a little roll with it thing. So without further ado, I bring to you Zach FM. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Zach FM, the only radio station that is all Zach all the time. Welcome. It is just a joy to have you all here. And I am delighted to say that we have a special guest with us in the studio today from 7.8 light years away from Earth. It's none other than the most dangerous doctor in the galaxy, Dr. Hilbert. Say hello to the people.
It is a pleasure to be broadcasting on terrestrial radio.
You don't say, Doctor. Is this your first time?
Yes, I am much more of a workaholic and don't make it out all that much.
You don't say. Well, Doctor, you were, we talked a little bit before you came in here that you agreed that we'd take some call-ins. Is that right?
Well, you didn't give me much of a choice, did you?
I can't say I did, but you're not going to back out now, right?
I am not one to back out of a challenge.
Well, that's great. So I guess let's just see producer Bob over there. Hey, Bob, do we have anybody on the line?
Yeah, line one, Valenti.
Okay, great. Thanks, Bob. We have a caller on line one. You're on the line. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what would you like to talk about today?
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Hi, you're on the air. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi. Long-time listener. First-time caller. I'm William.
I'm sorry. Do you say William?
No, William.
William.
No. William. With an H.
Oh, there's an H in there. William. That's not just how you're saying it.
That's right.
Oh God. Well, that's great. William, where are you calling from and what would you like to talk to the people about today? We've got a bunch of people on the internet listening in live, so keep it interesting, man.
Oh, well, no pressure. So I'm calling in from the San Francisco Bay Area. And, well, I wanted to know if you knew anything about Bitcoin.
Oh, that's not... So I've heard a lot about it. It's been in the news a lot lately. Doctor, do you know anything about this Bitcoin thing?
What is a Bitcoin?
I mean, I've heard something about it's worth some ungodly amount of money now, but I hear it might be some kind of a scam, and
Oh, it's not a scam. It's a very important technology. How do you, you're a doctor. How do you not know about this?
Well, I have been in outer space 7.8 light years away from Earth for multiple years, working on very dangerous virology. So I do not have much time for whatever this Bitcoin.
It's very important. Cryptography and digital gold.
so look, I don't know what this thing is. You're saying cryptography and digital gold. Can you actually just like quickly define what this thing is?
Oh, I'd be delighted. It's one of my favorite things in the world to talk about cryptocurrency. How much time have you got?
Oh God, well, we don't have that much time. I mean, we're trying to take other calls, William. So can you give us the short version?
Well, have you heard about gold?
Is he joking?
I don't know. Are you joking?
No, I've never been more serious. Have you heard about gold?
Yeah, of course we've heard about gold.
Well, Bitcoin is just like gold on your computer.
Oh, but I mean, you understand why that's not clear at all, right? I mean, because like if it's on your computer, it's just like a photo or it's like bits and bytes. It's not like a physical thing that's worth anything inherently.
No, I think you're wrong, man. You understand what makes gold valuable?
Well, I mean, it is, as you say, rare, hard to get your hands on, and there is limited supply.
Yeah, it's scarcity, man. That's what it is. But that's not it. What else?
I mean, geez, can it be used for stuff? Like, isn't it in our phones and everything, like electronics?
Yeah, there's intrinsic value and consumer applications and stuff. So, it makes it really, really worth something. So with Bitcoin, it can't be used in phones, but it's scarce because there's only so many because of how the math works.
It really doesn't sound like you're much of an expert on this, William. I mean, I still don't have any clearer of an idea of what. Doctor, is he making any sense to you?
He is making sense in the sense that he is making no sense and sounds like a, what is it called? Amateur.
How dare you call me an amateur? I would have you know that I have more Bitcoin than you'll ever have because it's really. What, Mom? Get here, Mom. William, it's time for dinner. Mom, get out of here. I'm on the internet. I told you, leave me alone. 1 second, guys.
Oh my God! What is going on? Is that his?
I believe his mother is summoning him for supper.
Oh, God. I'm trying to tell you about Mom, go away. William, you're gonna so hungry if you sit on that computer with your fake money. Not fake money, Mom. Get out of here. I'll be for dinner in a minute. Okay, guys, I gotta get out of here. You should just make sure to buy a Bitcoin. Stay away from the Doge. The Doge isn't to be trusted. Bitcoin is king. William out.
Oh my God! That was a strange experience there. So, Doctor, care to sum up anything that we've learned from this?
Well, honestly, it has been a huge mistake to come on the radio and take a call from the plebes.
I would normally be angry at you for talking down to the public, but frankly, I understand, and I'm sorry, Doctor. hopefully next time we'll have I don't know, a more educated expert or just somebody who's not interested in talking about something that makes absolutely no sense.
Very well. Well, it has been a pleasure. I will talk to you another time.
All right, Bobby, take us off the air, shall you? Shall we? Can you?
Yeah, all right. All right.
Eventually, I might have graphics to like bring us in and out, and like sound effects and stuff. But just for proof of concept, I think we're in the money. Apologies, I have to watch this back to see if I missed any transitions. I'm sure I was slow on the punch there with the back and forth. I have a little MIDI foot pedal with a button, so I can quickly
Go to the phone.
and come back
Go to the phone.
and come back. Which yeah, I don't know. I guess you'll guys see eventually. Fuck, that's fun. Let's see here. So the thing that like really killed me with Phil Hendry's show is apparently, so he does this out of LA, and like 8 out of 10 people in LA are aware that he is just talking to himself, but 2 out of 10 don't. And occasionally he takes call-ins from those folks. And then when you go across the country, it flips, and you have like 20% of the country in America figures out that it's like him talking to himself, and 80% doesn't. And so he has all of these people calling in who are just so wrapped up in whatever the hell he's like talking to himself about. And it's amazing radio, and I aspire to these heights. So yeah. Okay, so we'll have to work on that and be back. I can imagine bringing that as a show to Twitch and it being something fun. I would have to work out how to bring in actual call-ins, but that's a problem for probably another month. Yeah, what did I want to do now? Well, for anybody who is familiar with Self-Care Sunday, you will know what Mouth Sounds is. Mouth Sounds is the part of the show where I make music on the fly. Looping is, I believe, the technical term. So this is actually not just a phone mic, it's a mic, so I can make music with it, like this. Oh, God. Went down the wrong pipe. Okay. Me. Now, any
Hello. I have it wired up so that you actually can't hear me out of this mic right now. Are there any? This is like the improv shows.
yell out a random word, theme, something to make a
Song about. If anybody is new, you'll notice my Self-Care Sunday uniform. The only important part is the cat socks for the foot cam. This down here is an Eros loop pedal. Oh wow, I'm sure this is really hard to hear.
This thing down here is an Eros loop pedal. I was sent it by the company to make some videos, which I have yet to make. But I did also promise to use it in all my live streams, so here we are. And it has just been one of the things keeping me sane in this pandemic. Looping, making things. Oh, we have flowery elephants, pineapple, bongos, popsicles, beans. Got a lot of lot of recommendations, a lot of ideas, a lot of themes. Pancakes. I think I got something for pancakes. Ravioli. Oh, I have some ravioli, I think. Oh no, maybe I didn't get it. Plastic tortoises, the sky. There are so many microphones. Evolents. So many microphones in my life. Pancakes. I'm gonna start over. Wasn't feeling that. Struggling here. Let's see here. Do 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 do.
Flip out, don't flip out, flip your pancakes, pancakes.
My God. I'm like sweating a little bit. Hell fucking yes. Mouth sounds, everybody. Whew. Oh, man. Thank you for that recommendation. And thank you all for the kind words about my mouth sounds. Well, then, we are well on our way this Self-Care Sunday. I was thinking that we would take a breath, take a breather, take a sip. Got here a little mug that I had made for the crew for Unseen. We had this terrible inside joke that is not to be taken literally because we were not sleeping enough. Sleep is the enemy mug. We had one available for sale for our Unseen store, but I had these engraved for Christmas. It was a good time. Kate B, have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful week. For anybody, we're going to do some meditation in a minute. For anybody who isn't unaware and likes sort of meditation-y things, I would love to recommend Focused AF. Focused.af is a podcast feed that I put up many years ago and has had many different iterations and lives. If you go to focus.af and scroll down, you'll find the archives where there's like a bunch of different versions of the show over the years. I did it as a daily program at first for about 2 months. Then I stopped it and brought it back as sort of a weekly experiment that kind of eventually crashed and burned. And I've been doing it as a daily program once more with meditations from Krishnamurti. Oh, that's so sweet. Detective Mudia. I'm so glad that you enjoy it. It has been a joy to put together. There's just one episode on the feed every day. If you missed a day or want to catch the whole year's worth. Those are on the archives. But I thought that I would stay true to the name of the podcast and keep it focused. AF as fudge. And so, there's one episode every day. I really actually particularly liked today's episode. I feel like it helped me see things more clearly in our world. I believe today's is the exploiter is exploited or something like that. It's just a different lens to look at the world through. It's not exactly what you would expect from a meditation podcast. There's no close your eyes. There's no follow your breath. There's no sort of like, what is that called? Sort of relaxation involved. It is more of a prompt to think over and maybe try on new lenses to look through the world at. So that's focused.af. I hope you enjoy it. Take advantage of it. It's there for you. So get after it. I thought we would do a more conventional meditation, guided meditation. Do a little bit of deep breathing, followed by body scans. I'm just going to have another sip of my coffee. Shout out and also curses to one of my favorite people on the internet, Rhinosaurus Rex, for at one point in time sending me some instant coffee as a joke for the terrible coffee that's on the Hephaestus. And now I'm addicted to instant coffee, which has been incredibly convenient in the pandemic. But also, why? I thought I wouldn't like it, but I do. Okay. So, sitting, standing, lying down, making yourself comfortable as you can. As comfortable as you can. Let's begin by just taking a couple of deep breaths, and I find it's helpful to kind of wiggle it out, stretch it out, shake it out. You can like kind of squeeze all your muscles for a minute and then let go. Squeeze all your muscles up for a minute and then let go. Kind of feel yourself sinking into your chair if you're sitting, or letting yourself sort of feel gravity if you're standing or lying. Surrendering a little bit further with every exhale. Taking one hand, placing it on your collarbone, your chest, taking another hand, putting it over your belly button. You want to see if you can keep this top hand from moving while making your bottom hand exaggeratedly move as you focus on a deep, deep belly breath. Getting that Santa belly going on. We're going to do 3 big inhales, expanding the stomach as much as possible, and then 3 huge exhales, squeezing the belly button in towards the spine. So you want to inhale more than you think you can and exhale more than you think you can. We're going to do that 3 times and then resume a normal breath. And I'll walk us through some stuff. All right. On the count of 3, deep breath. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Filling the body even more, and then exhaling, squeezing out every last drop. Finding even more to exhale, and then holding empty and inhaling. Filling the belly and exhaling, squeezing every last drop of breath out. And then inhaling all the way. And last exhale. Resume a normal breath. Scanning down from the top of your head, noticing wherever there's tension, not having to do anything. You may notice that the tension sort of naturally melts as you notice it. whether it's around your eyes, or around your jaw. Maybe in your neck or shoulders. And as you continue to breathe, simply notice where your body makes contact with anything at all. The chair or floor underneath you. If your palms are on your lap, feeling the pressure of your hands against your legs. Maybe you notice the fabric of your clothing against your skin. Simply and gently notice the physical sensations of your body. Can you sense the air coming in through your nose, flowing down your throat, coming out of your mouth warmer and slower? And simply feel. You can just bring yourself back to the sensations of the body compassionately. Now see if you can notice the little shock waves of your pulse in the center of your chest, your hands and feet. Forearms and shins. relaxing deeper with every exhale. Play around with how much of your body you can feel your pulse in while remaining gently relaxed, breathing slowly and evenly. And as we bring this session towards a close, take a moment to notice how you feel. See how your body feels now compared to before we started. And know that this feeling is always just a few breaths away. Fluttering your eyes open, bringing your attention back to the room you're in. Feel free to go for a stretch, reaching your hands to the sky and perhaps reaching over to the side and going back and forth. Whew. Yeah. That was delightful. Thank you for joining me. And if you end up revisiting this throughout the week, whether with this guidance or on your own, you're always welcome to reach out. I love hearing from folks on whatever platform you spend time on. I'm mostly tuned into Twitter, for better or worse. My DMs are always open. My pleasure, everybody. Thank you for this mindful moment. I see a lot of podcast love in the chat. Some of our favorite shows here at Long Story Short Productions. The Magnus Archives, Wooden Overcoats. I see a question here from earlier about working on Unseen versus working on other shows. I mean, I think one of the biggest differences about Unseen was having a tremendous amount of support before we got started. With Wolf 359, we started out basically, throwing our money away. And we weren't sure how long we could keep it up for, how long we were going to go for. And there was a magic in doing something we had no idea how to do. And so that was just a real joy. And yet, we hit some limitations that later on with the Patreon made a big difference. But starting the show with a real budget was just incredible, to be able to reach out to people and not ask for a favor, not offer deferred payment, but be able to, especially in a pandemic year, look some of our favorite artists in the eye and go, hey, we got a paycheck for you. Are you free? So I think that from a production standpoint was a real difference maker. Just being resourced was an incredible experience. And that's all you guys. And we are endlessly grateful for that. I think another thing that was different about that production versus other productions was the pandemic of it all. We had never made a remote show before. Pretty much every show that I can think of, with the exception of the Hero parts of Wolf 359, we recorded live in a studio. With Unseen, we basically either sent people equipment or worked with people who had equipment. Off the top of my head, I feel like most people that we worked with kind of had their gear set up or borrowed it from a friend, and we recorded with them over video conferencing, and I think we used Zoom, and with the one exception of the New Year's special, which had a dialogue in it, and we worked with our friends over at Wooden Overcoats to record that sort of locally, to get Felix and Beth in a room together. Thank you, Andy Goddard, for that. And so yeah, so that was definitely new. We had never produced a show in a pandemic before, an audio fiction anyway. And so forcing ourselves to work within the parameters of keeping everybody safe was really important to us. And I think I was nervous that it would sound less awesome than our previous shows. And that was one reason why I was really interested in sort of limiting us to, as much as possible, single speaker stories, so that you wouldn't have that issue of there are people that are supposed to be in a room, but they don't sound like they're in a room together because they're using different microphones and the rooms they're in aren't equally sound treated. And I'm getting better at audio editing, that I might be able to match mics. But I think we wanted to avoid that. So that's how we did Unseen. And I'm very proud of the work there. Yeah, so great experience. I think my favorite episode from just like the work that I got to do as a sound guy was the Last Days of Ragtime. I believe it's episode 8, with our dear friend Tom Crowley, who has an incredible show called It's Crowley Time with himself, Tom Crowley, or something like that. Just Crowley Time on any app, we'll pull it up. He's hysterical. He's a genius. He does a lot of stuff back and forth with himself, and it's very funny. Talented guy. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff out there to listen to at unseen.show. I am seeing a lot of Wolf 359 love, and that is super, super appreciated. I've been thinking about maybe doing one of those listen backs I see so much about. I feel like I've seen Lauren do that with the Bright Sessions, and we've never done that for Wolf. I don't know when the right time to start would be. There's part of me that would want to either start it on December 25th or time it to end on December 25th. But we'll take a look at that. And I'm not sure the way to do it. Like, is it YouTube? Is it like, I just don't know. Is it just like listening to it and tweeting about it? Is it like unpublishing all the episodes on the RSS feed that exists and then republishing them like it's coming out live? I don't know. There's like so many different ways to do it, and I don't have any clear answers. And obviously, if we're going to do something with the physical feed, we need to get buy-in from everybody. So there's conversations to be had. I'm thrilled to hear that, Sarah Kay. I can relate to not feeling great, especially lately at times. And that's why we're here, to come together, to feel good. Yes, Gail T says, didn't Sarah Shackett do a listen back for one episode? We've done one-offs and like Twitter commentaries, but I don't think we've ever done the like, we are now going to go back and start at episode 1 and go through the end. So yes, I'm not sure the right venue for that, but wide open for ideas, and that's something we might do. I have not listened to Strange Woods. Kristen Cornell writes, have you listened to In Strange Woods? I've not. As far as meditation podcasts go, there's not one off the top of my head that is coming up, with the exception of a sleep podcast, which is kind of different from a meditation. But the Sleep With Me podcast, I've always found both entertaining and effective as just like I just kind of fall asleep to this weird thing. It's the guy muttering who just kind of goes like, talks in this very ASMR-y way and just kind of goes on about the rabbits and the potatoes and just says words that aren't necessarily meant to make any sense. You just kind of drift off to this like muttering. I think there's too many ads at this point up top, but you know, you got to pay the bills somehow, so I get it. But that's very sweet. About to end the stream, but there's one more thing I just wanted to review with you guys before we say goodbye, though. And do this last thing, I am going to just take a quick break. So just hang out here. I'll be right back.
Holy shit. Oh my god. I made it! I'm in space! Oh man. Those Muppets, they faked it. It was just a bullshit movie. This is real. I'm the first puppet in space. Oh. Okay. I've stolen the broadcast once again successfully. Zach's antivirus software is terrible. So we're here, and it's time to ask puppet questions. What you got for me, everybody? Quickly, before that dope comes back. Okay, let's see here. Ruffles, in space, what crimes will he commit? Ha ha ha! You can't commit crimes in space! It's international waters, baby! Come on. Let's see here. Why are you in space? For progress! This is one giant step for puppet kind. What's the last movie that made me cry? That's a good question. Well, I feel like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles made me cry. It's a beautiful comedy. Let's see here. Will you please do arson? As I'm aware, there's nobody on this station with me, but it is a pretty big station, so I don't really know. I've heard about Wolf 359, but I haven't listened. Oh. Hey, Benjamin Theodore. Great to see you here. I hope you kick butt in your dund. 1 second. I switched some buttons. Hopefully we won't crash and die. My favorite view. Let's see here. Voice acting tips. Well, I think the number one thing you can do is never warm up. Warming up is for the best way to do it is on the fly and cold. So basically, you should just start screaming after not talking for 48 hours, and that's going to give you the best sound possible, in my opinion. Okay, let's see here. Ruffles, what's a good birthday present to give to your boyfriend? Well, if he's a good boyfriend, then clearly you are enough of a present every day of the year that buying anything else would just be redundant. But I mean, if you had to get something else, a life insurance policy does sort of communicate that you trust them enough to not murder you to cash out. So fun fact, as a fabric-based being, hydration is actually one of the number one problems for our health. It makes our colors run and is highly discouraged by FBB medical professionals. Kin list. I don't understand. Favorite food. So I don't eat. As you might be able to tell, my esophageal structure doesn't really exist. My mouth is more of a two-dimensional plane. But I do like basically crunching up popcorn and letting it fall to the floor. It's very satisfying. It's like popping those package, you know what I'm talking about, the air pop things. I don't understand kin list. What is a kin? What are characters you relate to from fictional media? Well, let's see here. Every Arnold Schwarzenegger character ever. Yeah, because I'm so ripped. Bubble Wrap. That's the one, Sarah Kay. You got it. What are you going to be doing up there in space? I mean, taking over the universe? Duh. But also sightseeing. There's so much to see on the way here. There's not so much to see now that I'm here. But anyway, okay. What's your favorite type of ASMR? What is ASMR? It sounds vaguely, dare I say sexual? I don't understand. ASMR. Is that like HVAC, like heating and cooling systems? I don't understand. Ooh, Gray Kilgore. I'm thinking about starting a cult. I've heard that they're doing this on the TikTok, and frankly, I think I would make a very good cult. Uh-oh. I think he's coming back. Oh, God, no.
Ruffles, how many times do I have to tell you? This is not your stream.
Uh-oh. Gotta go.
God, that puppet. I don't even understand how we got to space. But hey, at least we got the stream back from him. And now he's in space, so he's not going to be able to steal the stream that easily. Although it didn't seem like it stopped him very much. So, oh no. Starting cults on TikTok. That sounds dangerous. I don't believe he has an account right now, but maybe he'll end up with one. I know he has a Twitter at Ruffles Sockman. That puppet. Well, guys, guys, gals, and everybody in between and beyond. Thank you for joining me for this Self-Care Sunday. As always, it's been a delight. Was there anything else I wanted to share with you guys? I guess I just wanted to once again remind you about the share.unseen.show. Win yourself some what is it called? Exclusive merch by sharing the magic. And Focused AF is there for anybody who wants a little bit of self-care energy on the daily. That's coming. Oh, full permission granted for tagging me in all the things, especially doodles. I haven't seen a dumb doodle yet. I don't know what POG means, but I see that. What else did I want to say? Oh, shout out to my patrons. I've been getting back on the horse of actively sharing on my Patreon. I'm doing sort of these like weekly letters to all levels. There's only really one level. So that we're doing. Yeah, thank you for your support. It makes me be able to afford the best internet that I can in this area, which unfortunately can't get any better than it is because monopoly. So I apologize if there's been some lag. I've seen some errors pop up and down, but it's been what it's been. So anyway, appreciate you all for that. And I'll be back the first of the month, every month for the rest of this year, unless something comes up, and then we'll do the second or whatever. We'll reschedule it. But I'll be back the first of the month in April for another Self-Care Sunday. And until then, much love, everybody. Stay well. Share joy. Love each other. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, all the best. Until next time. Peace.